Good afternoon and welcome back to Marteray Plays. All right, I'm not sure I've got the volume levels right, but I'm gonna play a little Heaven's Vault. I played just enough to figure out how it goes. Sorry. I just clicked on the starter page and I'm gonna start a new game. Let me get live screen up. And it should grab it. It might be too loud. Let's see if it'll grab. There it is. I sail to the temple where the gods have gathered to gaze at their faces in deep pools. In my boat, the souls of the years sail with me. The Book of the Dead, approximately 1000 before current. What is that? BCE, before current. I can't remember what the E stands for. Era, I think. Press any key to continue. Now if it's too loud, which I suspect it's going to be, we'll turn down the music. Let me try it right now. Let me bring it down just a hair. Okay, let's see if that works.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present. But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light. So the robot said, take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. And clearly we've got some sort of stamina bar that's filling up here. I'm liking the music. So now I've got control. Watson, let go, honey. Let go. Anywhere else I can go? A bricked up opening. There is something here. Keep people out, do you think, or to keep something in? There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet, but I think I can read it. Heaven's Vault. The University of Ajax, some weeks earlier.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
Mistress Aaliyah? Mistress Aaliyah Alasra? I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Miari. She is very anxious for your arrival. And who are you? I am a robot, mistress, as is apparent. This way. Do you have a name, robot? Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? No. Robots do not have names. We are, as I understand it, interchangeable. Did she say what she wanted? Yes. She said she wanted you. And how are things here on Iox? Iox does not change, mistress, or so I am assured. It is the single point of stability within the whirling nebula above. This way. You should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable. Maybe we should keep her waiting. Don't want her making a habit of impatience. I cannot recommend that course, mistress. Reply, have I got a promotion? With respect, mistress, I think that is most unlikely. Look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. Most curious analogy, mistress. You understand I will be required to report it. Required to? Of course. Professor Miari is my primary user, mistress. Nevertheless, I will try to sugarcoat your opinion. Great. Good to know you've got my back. Shall we proceed? The tree of knowledge, or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Okay. What do you get when you tab? Oh, it's a time scale. Holy Empire, the Dark Age. The tree is still there. The whole university centers around it. Looks like 450 years ago, I guess. Versus now, we're visiting Iox. Okay. We do all. Look at it. Squish! Something called the Fallers. Okay. The Modern Age, the Dark Age, the Holy Empire, the Ancient Time. Interesting. Okay. Until you finally reach the sun, wherever that is. Why is Miari's room so far from everything? I imagine she enjoys her view of the tree, mistress. I am sure it is most pleasing to her. There's somebody up the stairs. Oh, no, they're going back down.
I was 15 when Miari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness. I still don't know why she did it.
Professor Miari? Aaliyah, there you are. Come in. I came as soon as I got your message. You don't need to flatter me, Aaliyah. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you. My work is important to everyone, Professor. Well, today it's important to me. You're our expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch. Yes, Aaliyah, but I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. So why did you summon me? One of the scholars sent this brooch to me, Janiki Renba. Did you know him? Did? Look at the detail. I see them, ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Aaliyah, but can you read them? It's an eagle wing brooch. I've never seen either of these groupings before, but the two words have some common elements, so they must have related meanings. Well, so friend beloved, holy, it's a really, really fancy thing. Go for Holy Emperor. Let's try that. But I'm only guessing. The shape of the brooch fits, mistress. That is the eagle and sun design and empire motif. You don't think it actually belonged to an emperor, do you? That would make this the find of a decade. Now perhaps you see why you're here. Janiki told me he'd found something that was over a month ago. Janiki isn't like you. He's an Ioxian through and through. You've tried contacting him. I can't. Wherever he is, he's on his own. Not everyone is required to travel with a robot. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Aaliyah, but you can. Where'd he go? He told me he was going to a moon called Miercy. I want you to find him. That's what you do, isn't it? Find things. All right, I'll see what I can dig up. Get out of my office, you Elberethian rat, and you're taking the robot with you. Come on, robot. We're not welcome here. You are not welcome, mistress. Be seeing you, Aaliyah. I annoyed Miari. How do you feel that went? Oh, fine. It went fine, and I'm being sarcastic. And will we go to Miercy? You heard her. Can I just say, Mr. Sully, it's wonderful to be accompanying you. Yes, really? And why is that? I find humans fascinating. And you are very different to most here. I have only recently been activated. I'm calling you 6. 6, mistress? I shall remember that. I wonder if I got my Ari's translation correct. I think I did. The shape shows this is an empire piece. So we'll go oh, okay, emperor is correct. And the emperors believe themselves to be gods, so it makes sense that the words would be almost the same. So, okay. Holy and emperor are correct, but it still doesn't tell me. Where did this thing come from? So, what's the question? So, where did they find you, 6? Me, mistress? Like most robots on Iox, I was chipped carefully free from a concrete wall on the lower levels. Oh, okay, tell me you're still wasting your time on something. My army wants me to find Janiki Renba. You haven't lured him into archaeology as well, have you? He was always so devout. What do you mean? Well, now, Your ideas are hardly wholesome, all that death and decay. You should devote yourself to a real science, metallics maybe, loop philosophy. History is a science. It's the exploration of the past through evidence and theory. Honestly. Most people think you will not be content until you have unearthed your own skull. Good faith to you, Aaliyah. May the waters light your way. Okay. There's somebody. He at least said hello. I didn't know you were back on Iox. How are you, Huang? Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. I just came outside to rest my eyes, and there you were. What were you reading? The Annals again. Did you know Mazwai claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven? Each one tore the throat of the others as the 3 fell to earth. Are you really interested? Is it relevant to anything? It's only a story. But then stories change how we think. All right, tell me a story then. All right, most people glaze over.
He continued to talk. I watched his mouth moving. I love old stories, but Wang has a way of telling them.
I think I'm going to have to turn the music down. You weren't listening, never mind. I'll walk you to the dock. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Something the matter? Wang, do you know Janiki Renba? I know Renba, of course. Well, a little. Why? When did you last see him? He was here at the university, maybe 2 weeks ago now? What sort of man is he? He hasn't asked you to dinner, has he? No. Oh, good. I mean, he's fairly quiet, keeps himself to himself, likes his robots. What did he teach? Robotics, that's what I meant. One of the best, one of the few. Did you say did? Has something happened to Janiki? I don't know, Wang. I'm sure it's nothing bad. Oh my. Before you go, it hardly seems important now, but I found a line of ancient in the Annals of Mazwai I thought you might like, if you have time, that is. Absolutely. Sure. What did you find? Here. See what you think. Empress something something. I know one of these words. I'll have to guess the other two. So that's the word for Empress, and I have something something. Well, this has got the same loop thing. So it's got an end like this. This is Empress. So maybe it's people, like rebels. And what you do with rebels, you banish them. Let's try that. Empress banished rebels? I think that's correct. It's quite a monster, isn't it? A story from the founding of the empire itself? I suppose the first empress was one of your 3 wolves. I'd best not keep you. I hope you find him. Shall we proceed to your ship now? Have you sailed before? 6. I have no idea, mistress. But I am keen to find out. And so we left the hallowed walls of the university. Okay, I want to see, can I... No, now it's taken control of the screen. Aboard the Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. Press any key. Okay. I want to see if I can turn the sound down without turning the voices down. The journey to Mercy should be quick, mistress. You think my Aries friend is in trouble? As I say, mistress, we should know shortly if we depart. What do you know about Mercy? Nothing. It's a moon of pigs and rice, mistress. Part of the Iox Protectorate, of course. Mercy it is, then. It should be a quiet spot, at least. I will prepare the ropes. Alright. Can I get a hold of the computer for a second? Okay, can I? Nope, I can't escape out to a menu. Alright, so we were here. There was something in the menus that we passed that said we could argue that we wanted to go here, which is apparently where we were a child, on Elbereth. This is a very strange looking map. I would have said it was a river, but all the branches flow into each other, and rivers don't do that. Ooh, here's another place called Renaki. Okay, we are supposed to go, we're on Iox, we're supposed to go to Mercy. Mercy is a tiny rural moon. It's where Janiki told Professor something, but why does a roboticist want I should go there next? Wow, those go by fast. Alright, space bar. This is the course we're supposed to take. Space. Ioxian space, sailing to Mercy in the Verdant Pass.
Mayari wanted us to sail to Maerzi. It was a short sail through fast waters.
Oh, I have to sail. Oh crap. Okay. What does sweep sail do? Oh, okay. I see the force of the river is fastest in the middle, mistress. On the surface it appears the same, but there are deeper currents below. That's okay. We can go perfectly slow. That's fine with me. At least there are directional arrows telling me which way I'm supposed to go. This is pretty. I'd like to stop and look at it. I think I'm in a spaceship. How can spaceships sail? The Verdant Pass. Oh, somebody is... This is your ship, mistress. What do you think? She's very beautiful, mistress. But I cannot help wondering how you came by her. That's Mercy. You can see the greenery from here. Mercy farming moon. If Rend was here, I need to find him, and if he's not, I need to work out where he went.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air. I cannot breathe, mistress. Oh, cool statue. Rest assured I am most happy for you, all the same. Alright. Settings. There we go, finally. Okay, let's bring the speech volume up and the music volume down and the UI volume down and the sound effects volume down. And yes, show subtitles. Do not enable vibration. Okay. Okay. Well then, let's see where Renba's got to. If we're really lucky, he'll have found an old pot. Alright, so question. So where do we start? There's a series of rice terraces. If we climb up away from the water, that should take us to the village. Well, let's try staying down near the water first, though. Let's just walk around. There's no way I'm crossing that, mistress. Robots can't swim. Wood is strong enough, 6. Wood is a laughable substance to build floors with. It can be chewed through by mice. So can wires. There's something scratched here. The emblem of Iox. I suppose this is where the Marison leave goods for Ioxians to collect, but there's ivy growing over it. That's interesting. Well, Janiki won't be hiding in there. You okay? Mischief, you okay? One of my cats just leapt up and then, like, sneeze coughed. And that's where I came from. This way, then. Hi, Mischief. Hi, Mischief.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Okay. Question. Would you recognize Renba if we saw him? Did you meet him? I believe he activated me, mistress. I suspect that is why Professor Mayari assigned me to you. Interesting. Okay. And we have rice. Rice. Do they grow anything else here? It would not appear so. Have some people. These people are not talking to me, nor are the pigs. Not that I would expect the pigs to talk to me. This moon seems most poor to me. There are no proper buildings. There is mud everywhere. You've never seen fields before? This is how most people live. I did not intend to give offense, mistress. I've never been off Iox before. Forget it, 6. Just maybe keep your voice down a little. This actually looks like a very, very prosperous farming community to me. Question. Can you do a scan for Janiki or something? Mistress has mistaken me for a dog. Perhaps you believe if I had a scrap of clothing that I could trace his scent? No, not really. So how are we supposed to find him? I have visual scanners of exceptional acuity. If I see him, I will let you know. Okay. Look at this thing. It's beautifully crafted. It is quite old. Goddess on Mercy. Someone's carved something here. Symbols in the ancient script. I might be able to translate them. Holy something something. Oh. Okay, this one is similar to a lot of the holy and a bit of the emperor. So maybe goddess. Water, snake, light, death. Looks like a river, like waves. Let's go water. Holy water goddess. There's certainly plenty of water here. She's guarding their most precious resource, keeping it all fertile. Okay, so she's probably a water goddess. Ooh, what's that? Almost buried in the grass. A shard of crystal? Does it mean anything to you, 6? It is most curious. This moon does not contain any crystals of this type, but the broochmaster Renba sent to the professor does. The mineral is the same. Do you think Renba left this here? Some kind of clue? Statistically, yes, but we cannot be sure. Perhaps we should return to the ship. You already told me to look, so I'm looking. Commendable, mistress, but this shard does not come from here. Well, yeah, I get it, but I'm supposed to look for him here, so I'm looking. I suppose there's nothing old here. No ruins, no ancient kings. Well, we just ran into something old just now. Of course not, mistress. This is a farmyard. No, it's not a waste of your time. Okay. He is out here somewhere. Waiting. Do not walk through the rice. Approach a villager. Good faith. My apologies, Ioxin. My pigs need me. Please, if you could just... No one wants to talk to me. Even more rice. Just lying around. Nobody wants to talk to me. I could scoop enough into my bag to feed an Elborian family for a week and nobody would even notice. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, we knew that her home planet was quite poor, and it's really poor. There's a village up here. Okay, towards the village. There must be someone here I can talk to.
This was what passed for a street on Mayerzy. Buildings on stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
If Renba was here, then someone must have seen him. This place is small and full of people. If they will talk to you, mistress. Someone must have seen something. Let's approach the well over there. This one won't talk to me. There's plenty of rice stored up. Plenty of rice stored up. This moon produces a surplus. If he really wants to hide, we won't find him, so let's ask around, and if we get nothing, then we leave. Well, of course it stinks. It's full of pigs. Pigs don't necessarily smell really good. But pork and rice, that's good food. Especially if you're hungry.
3 paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
Stranger. Greetings. Greetings to you. Welcome to Mercy. You've come to trade? This is a beautiful moon you have. It is wet enough for us, certainly. No one else in this village would talk to me. Forgive them. We understand things are not the same on Iox as they are here. It's because they think I'm from Iox? I'm from Elbereth. On Mercy, one requires an introduction before talking to anyone. But you're talking to me. I have had some dealings with outsiders before. You could say I am forward. Well, perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for someone. Who? Not a Marison, surely. We are as alike as ants to you. That's not true. So are you looking for a Marison? A man called Janiki. I've not heard of anyone by that name. Good luck with your search. They say the nebula is wide. Helpful. Okay. Piers Renvo was never here. Shall we leave? Alright, I want to look around a bit more. Navigation's a little bit difficult, especially because you can't really tell where your feet are. Any of these people? Are you from Iox? I was born on Elbereth, but you are from Iox. I'm looking for a man called Janiki. My tall Ioxian, he left something for you, with the goddess to keep it safe. Oh, I found it. A crystal. But I didn't know what it means. He told me you would understand. I hope you find and miss Mayari. Oh, I'm not Mayari. I have to go now. I don't want them to see me talking to you. Wow, okay. Seems Janiki knew he was in trouble. But why? What did he find? And what's it got to do with that brooch of Mayari's? Okay. What did you make of Brenba's brooch anyway, 6, the one he sent to Mayari? I was struck by the craftsmanship. It seemed very fine to me. It is an artisanal product, high status. How high status? Hard to say. Possibly very high. So it's valuable, most likely. Mr. Shirley does not intend to sell it. No. the question is, where did Renba get it? And why did he give it to the professor? Yeah, what's the chain here? Where did it come from? Why did it go that way? More water. Sitting out in the open. Richness of water in this place. Good face to you. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. Oh, he walked right away. Okay, well, that's allowed. Let's go toward the fields. You don't want to talk to me? That's okay. I got information from that other guy that he said he'd never seen our guy, but the woman said she had. So, some contradictions there. Was there something that made me stop? I can't tell. There's a cat in the way of my screen, so I can't tell if there's a prompt like in the lower half of the screen right now. I'm sorry if I'm weaving back and forth. I'm trying to navigate around the cat. This way, maybe? Are all the moons in the nebula like this, mistress? Am I supposed to be replying? You're in the way, mischief. You're in the way. Can you move? There, reply. Some of the nebulas like this, but not most. It seems pitiful to me. It's not pitiful. You should see what poverty looks like. I'll take you to Elbereth soon enough. Yeah, this is lush farmland. There's not many people tending all of these crops. Plants are not like pigs. They do not require constant husbandry. Nor do pigs, actually. All right. There, we need to head, I think, this way. All right, let's go back to the ship 6. And so we left the warm, wet fields of Mercy. Can you get down, please, Watson? Thank you. All right. Soon, Watson, soon. Aboard the Nightingale, Renba left a crystal for Mayari to find, but what was he trying to tell her? I am quite certain in my analysis the crystal we found and the element inside the brooch, they originate from a moon somewhere on the edge of the cyclones. I've never been that way. Because I haven't. I have no idea what he's talking about. No one has. Those are wild rivers. I wonder, what exactly did Renba discover? We better find out. Put out the sails, 6. It's one of the reasons why the pets are being so intrusive right now is because it's right around DINNER time. So go a little bit longer and then I need to give them a little DINNER. Let's go Crystal Moon, right? Distant backwater of nebula. I know enough to find this site. Okay. All right. Give me just a second. I'm going to feed them and their little greedy selves. And then I'll be right back. course not. What did you think would make him know how to spell D-I-N-N-E-R? He knows the other word if you actually say it. Oh, so he's busy munching his kibble right now. All right, so let's go. Sail. Hey, Spiky, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Hi, Mischief. I thought you were going to go eat. Not sit in front of my monitor. The Verdant Pass, sailing to the Crystal Moon. Move cat, and it says press any key to continue. Can you please get out of in front of my monitor? I need to... Are there other ships on the rivers? Oh, let's go left. Let's go left. I have not seen any. And she's knocking things off the table. Our route goes right, mistress. Okay? Reply. There are other ships out here, but you rarely see them. Everyone goes at the same speed, so no one ever passes you by. People who like people stay on the ground. You do not like people, mistress? That explains a lot. Tell me, is there anything you do like? Turn us left up ahead, mistress. Wong's all right, I suppose. Yari wants me to marry him. If I did that, I wouldn't stay on Iox. Go right. Oh, go right again. Ooh. It actually snowed there in Nashville? Zero accumulation. I think the crystal moon should be somewhere nearby. Okay. Yeah, we got a foot yesterday and another 2 inches overnight. Thank heavens I've got a neighbor who will snow blow the driveway for me. When I was really little, we lived way down, like in Atlanta, and my mom says it's really important for it to get good and cold, because she remembers it, and she says that having really hard frosts is important, or otherwise you have real problem with bugs. Above the crystal moon, why would anyone come to a lovely spot like this? We still have bugs in the summer, but the cold hard frost kills everything down, which is nice. Okay, there's no surface flow. We cannot land the ship. But Rendell must have gone down somehow. Indeed. Most likely he used a hopper. Oh, black flies are awful in the early summer. In early summer, they're terrible, terrible things. There's a thing called black fly fever. I'm not reading, sorry, I'm not keeping up with the text on the screen. But black fly fever is a vicious thing to get. Yeah. No worries. Don't worry about that. Okay. You sure the iolite crystal are okay from here? Statistically certain the moon is rich in deposits of iolite. Please wait here. Alright, here goes the robot.
A moment later, the robot was gone, and I was alone in the dark.
Seems quiet up here now. It's always just when you get used to robots that they disappear on you. Alright, question this time. What were you up to, Renba? What makes a roboticist leave Iox when Iox is the only moon in the nebula with robots? That's a good question. Mistress. I found something, Mistress. A tool chest. An engineer's chest. And this is Janiki's. The probability is high. I believe the moon below us. This one's a quarry, but this box is no artifact. The box. I hope there isn't a snake in here. A roll of cloth. Thick fabric. Janiki, what is this? Some kind of robe, but it's hundreds of years old, and there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread. Oh wow, okay, this one's longer. It's a purple robe. This is a long one, let me think. That's this. That symbol is in holy, it's in emperor. This part is holy. Pilgrims? This part is really close to goddess. Pray? Maybe we pilgrims pray? I could still change my mind, but we pilgrims pray? A ceremonial robe, I suppose? There's more in here. This is a shard from a water-bearer goddess statuette fashioned from crystal. Her body would seem to be inscribed. There's the wavy line. This one is fractured from an even larger piece. Okay, this wavy line was in the water bearer, water thing. Okay. That's in it. That's over here. So that and that. Feeling confident about my translation of gods. Also certain of us. Okay, I got two more words. So gods, something us. Banish to pilgrims. Bless or protect. Do gods bless or protect us? Gods bless us. It's a statuette. What are they doing in the kitchen? I can hear things rattling and things sliding. Ah. Pets. Pets. That is not omelet making. It might be egg breaking, but I didn't hear the fridge open. I'm going to go with protect. Gods protect us. Blessing for safety. I wonder if it worked. Okay. I think this comes from the same site as the robe. Having another artifact should help us to find the place. But that's not all. There's also a precisely written book filled with minute computations. How did Renba get his hands on all this? The binding is in fantastic condition. This must have been a part of some ancient courtier's personal library, and there's something drawn. Yeah, this looks like a lot of emperor. This is a really short word. Second word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. So an and, for, of, not a full word like reclaim. It doesn't have the watery stuff. Maybe knowledge? Maybe book of old knowledge? I don't think it's from the same place or period of that statuette shard or the robe we found before. In fact, I don't think we've seen anything with this kind of binding before. Wow, the words go by fast. So it must have originated on a site that's undocumented. So are these leads, or are these things that Renba was after? Please wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. Watson, you have to wait a little bit. Little bit. Wait a little bit. I have identified a probable location for the origin of the robe. How did you do that? Oh, I must have hit the wrong key. Show me. I'm not exactly certain, but I believe Renba traveled far from home, into the eye of the cyclones, and most likely the winds there tore him apart. Okay. All right, so we've gone from Iox to Maercy, from Maercy to this place, and now we have to go to this place, and the dog is going nuts. So, dog needs to go O-U-T. We'll let the dog go O-U-T. I'll be right back. Well, all of that, and all he wanted to do was lift his leg. Silly dog. So he peed on a snowbank, and now we're done. Okay, so this is the place we need to go. What's interesting is it doesn't look like there's any way to get there. Well, I guess there is some way to get there. All right, here we go. Spiky, you never need apologize for conversing while I'm on stream. It's my fault for playing a game that doesn't stop well. The cyclones, sailing to the eye of the cyclones. That's my fault, not yours. Oh, that's right, I've got this. I've been analyzing the purple robe we found in Renba's tool chest. The fabric appears to be of significant age. Wow, we're going faster. Hold on, 6. I cannot hold on. Mistress, we're in one piece. We appear to be. Another rapid. This whole area is wild. You better check the hull when we next land. Go straight on here, mistress. It looks like rapids again. Yeah, that is. We're not through it yet. Let's hope that was the way we wanted to go. It's a little bit like playing a driving game. All right, we're in the vicinity of the eye of the cyclones. Ooh, it's like being on a roller coaster. Now we're near the eye of the cyclones. Well, I see something kind of on the left. Let's go over there. Oh, it didn't go where I told it to go. We've been this way before. Let's try going this way. No, that looks right. There is air but no upriver. We will need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. Okay. The eye of the cyclones. Will Renba be waiting for us here in the center of the storm?
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
Pile of rocks mistress smashed together by the waters. I don't see any water. It seems Janiki had a taste for places like this. You said the last one would be empty too. And it wasn't, so who knows what we'll find here. Perhaps a box of hand towels and a hairbrush. This way, 6. Okay. Anything over here? Anything back here? Do not sprain your ankle out here, mistress. We're unsuitably far from help. That's reassuring. Yeah, Mayari assigned you to me to keep me safe, so I'm relying on you and your ethical core to do that. My ethical core cannot keep you safe. Perhaps Renba is waiting for us just around this corner. We can hopper him back to the Nightingale, and this chapter of my life will be done. Perhaps, mistress, perhaps we can only hope. Hold it. 6. What's that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house. It was fine. Tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this. Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. Okay. The building on the Cyclone's Eye moon constructed. So she's getting a guess for when. Blocked with rubble and ruin. The whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forego going inside. So what should I do? Let's go back to Iox and say we got so far then we gave up. You don't think she sent us right back here? I don't think Professor Mayari wants you to sprain your ankle, mistress. I could vault over the wall here. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. The floor looks like stone to me, 6. So it is heavy and more likely to fall. Here goes. Floor seems sound enough. 6? Where'd the robot go? All right. I already asked that one. So a robot's abandoned me for once. There's some kind of structure over there. With a plinth inside. It looks like a shrine. It might help me date this place, figure out what it's supposed to be. Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Renba, are you here? Okay.
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
Renba. Didn't think that would work, I suppose. No way through that way. The place must have suffered quakes. Ooh, we'll go up. Let's see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. Wait. What's the glint? There's something wedged here. A piece from a silver dagger with an ornamental blade. Looks like something from the Holy Empire. The cross piece has been etched with symbols. Wow, that's a long piece. It's the end of a longer line of text. Okay, let's see. This could be prey or goddess. That could be prey. That could be with. Or it could be goddess. This doesn't match up at all. No good, there's not enough here for me to guess the rest. I'll have to hope I see these sequences again. I can see what Wang thinks when I get back to Iox. Fair enough. Don't think I've seen anything of this exact metal before, which means I think this comes from somewhere we didn't have any inkling of, and why would anyone need to bring a weapon out here? Silver piece of a blade is molded, and we got to guess as to time. Okay. What is this? It's quite different from the rest of the building. Some kind of telescope, but the position and the bearings are fixed. The material in this is totally wrong. Is it metal, rubber? It looks like something Oroi might have built. Wonder what Oroi are. Oroi is a person. Ask her about it. And there are scratches on the top here. Something fitted inside the frame and was removed by force. Did you take something, Janiki? But if so, what was this stand meant to hold? Okay. There's something over there. I can't make it out. Looks like wreckage. Alright, the sands. What if it's Janiki? Yeah, exactly. What if it's Renva's ship? Please don't tell me the poor guy crashed and is dead. Can I get in there? You never know what's going to be through that door. I cannot appear to get through that door. Just don't look down, Aaliyah. Okay. No, I'm not going to go and find where 6 went to yet. I want to explore every room. Here, got a bed. There's an inscription here. It's old, barely visible, scratched into the plaster. Wow, look at the length of this thing. Scratched wall. More words I don't know. Which grouping resembles your word for banished? Which one? That's completely different. Okay, this looks a lot like that bit and that bit. Wow. Scratched wall. Okay, Emperor has this. Goddess has this. Don't know about that. It says it has things in common with banished and protected prey. This part is common to them. That part is common to prey. this thing to protect. I don't know. This one is tough. These tend to be people words. Rebels, we, maybe it. Simple word. It is. Or it was. Don't know. So this has this from the rebels. It has this from banished and protect. And this thing from banished. Wow, I don't know. Another real simple word, and I went with is for that one. Real simple word here. Maybe and. This is a lot like is. So go is not. All right, let's take that for now. Something, something, something. It is blank of blank and is not blank. Wow, I don't know. All right, how do you get out of this? So do you tab? It's near a bed, scratched in the wall. Death? I don't know if I like it. Smiles? No. Death smiles. Death. Forms. This is not goddess, I don't think. We had goddess. Maybe death. Because that's goddess. So this is not goddess. Death something. But where is? Where is? Love is. No. But it is something of and is not something else. Poison and is not seen. That's not related to that, except, oh, I guess that. I'll just try that for now. Well, it's a beautiful example of script. I don't understand it. Scratched by someone lying down. Okay, we're gonna have to work on that one. I don't think I'm even close with that one. Some of them, I got a good idea that I'm close. Locked, or blocked, or both. Yeah, that's where I came over the wall. Okay, whoa, okay. No, we already did that. We already did that. Get back here. We already did upstairs. There we go. Oh, and there's the robot. How'd you get here? It's good to see you intact, mistress. No, I've never played Ni no Kuni. I will say this. This game, I feel like it was optimized for a controller. You would probably do well playing it on your PS4. It's a little difficult to play with keyboard and mouse. It's resisting me. When I want to go somewhere, it's like fighting me. It feels sluggish and clunky. But I'm really enjoying trying to puzzle out the words. I don't know what a Studio Ghibli anime is. I'm sorry. So I don't know. But I love trying to puzzle out the words in this. It's got that same kind of tug at your brain as games like Witness do, where you're sitting there going, I'm not sure I'm right. I'm going to try this. Okay, it didn't work. I'll set it aside. I'll come back to it later. Maybe I'll get it right. Yes, all things that I haven't played. Spirit Away. I don't tend to play much JRPG type stuff at all. Those are movies. Okay. Okay. See? I don't know what you're talking about. I prove your point. I lost a couple of decades. Part of it because I was a parent, and part of it because I went to graduate school. And the combination just ate. I became a parent, my marriage ended, and I was in graduate school as a single parent. And that was my whole world. My absolute whole world. So, from the time my child was young, and he's my son, until he was grown and off in college, I paid attention to nothing but making sure that he was fed,
and, and that I was succeeding at what I was doing enough to have the money keep coming in. And then once he went to college, it was how to earn enough income fast enough to pay for his college. And I took extra work and overtime and everything I could do. And I did. He has no loans. And I put him through engineering graduate school. And he has no loans. So it was hard. It was hard. But we did it. So yeah, it left me with a huge free time deficit. I had none. So I like missed whole gouts of pop culture where, people, like, I'll play a trivia game online with friends and I just will not understand whole batches of references, and they'll be like, how come you don't get this? You're really good at this part and you're really good at this part. And I'm like, because I'm missing about 2 decades, 20 years of my kid's life. And that's just how it is. I'm so proud of him. He grew up to be a wonderful man. And we enjoyed our time, but there was no free time. There wasn't a lot of playing around. There was no television in our house. It was homework for him. It was my graduate coursework. And any free time we had, we spent doing something together, or cooking or cleaning or whatever, and then on to the next bit. And trust me, we had fun, but we did play one video game. We played the heck out of Diablo 2. We played it to death. And a good bit of, what was the BioWare game? It'll come to me. Neverwinter Nights. We played Neverwinter Nights a lot. Because we had a couple of Macs that I networked together as a LAN. And we played those things on our little LAN. So that was good times. We had good times. It was a good life. A fire poker. I'm going to keep it. Might be worth something to someone. There's an inscription up here. More characters. Water goddess something something. Water goddess blesses fire? Well, it is a fireplace after all. They were afraid of it burning the house down. Makes sense. I saw something from the roof. It looked like wreckage. You were disappointed that the Mac version of Neverwinter Nights didn't include the Dungeon Master tools. Yeah. Yeah. But it was still fun to play. It was still fun to play. It was a good game. You're in the way. I can't see what my options are. You're a black kitty. You're just a slightly chunky but small black kitty, and you're in the way. Can I move you, or are you going to get hissy with me? All right. Missed the point of what I said. 6. The point is Janiki's ship is probably in pieces out there. Okay. All right, there's something else over here. Another cot. I found one just like this on the floor above. Someone grew too old or too ill to climb back upstairs, so they made up a bed down here instead. And he says, someone died right here, mistress. Renba? No.
Whoever died here died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old. You're sure? The evidence is minor but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. If you were disappointed that the Mac version of Neverwinter Nights didn't include the Dungeon Master tools, how do you feel about the Larian games? Did you play I've got to think. They're in the Divinity series. Because they have Dungeon Master tools. God, you've never played them. They're quite good. Hold on. Did you play Baldur's Gate? Not 3. You have played Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity is great. Hang on. 1 second. I gotta find my categories in Steam. No, show all collections, collapse all collections, RPG classics. Well, did you play Divinity Original Sin? That's it. Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2. Did you ever play, since you have a Mac, did you ever play Icewind Dale? Yeah, Icewind Dale is the beginning of the Baldur's Gate line. It went Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate 1, or Baldur's Gate 2. The Divinity series, which Divinity Original Sin and Original Sin 2 are actually come way after Divinity and Divine Divinity and all that. But these are all very well made games. I spent the money and bought Pathfinder Kingmaker when it came out, which is supposed to be, again, a D&D based one that you can DM in. And I'll tell you, it was clunky. It was clunky. And if you want to play a D&D-like game, it's dark, but it's extremely well done, play Tyranny. Extremely well done. Okay. So, you found this cot. What else have we got? Heavy wooden box. Looks interesting, beautifully made, much nicer than everything else here. There's something on the lid. Might be a clue as to what's inside. Something of something something. Well, it's a box. Treasures of something. Treasures of great value. My Ari will be most excited by this find, whatever proves to be inside. Okay. Something to put a smile on my Ari's face at last, because she's mad at us right now. Maybe this will make up for there being no sign of Renba. Okay, let's try to lift off the lid. Can't. See if you can open it up. Not locked, but stiff. And you lack fingers for leverage. You don't have an attachment for prying. Something to stick into your arm sockets. My first robot had those. Perhaps I could find something on the ship. I'll try the iron poker. I might be able to snap the lock. That's definitely shifting. Here goes. Well, let's look.
And there it was, just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
And what'd we find?
From inside
What'd we
the
find?
coffer, from the distant past of the nebula's once great empire. It was a crown.
Okay. It's got eagle and sun on it again. So it's an imperial piece. Crown of Iox itself. What's the crown doing out here? Hold on a second. Not since there's somebody at the door? What is it? What's the matter? There's nobody there. It's the cats. It's the cats being cats. It's just cats being cats. Alright, so was this the seat of power in the Empire? This place, it doesn't seem possible. There's something written along the rim. Oh, here we go. Oh, big, long inscription. I'm going to have to guess the whole thing. A lot like Emperor. A bit like knowledge. Emperor knowledge. Law? Got an emperor in it. Emperor's in it. Empire. Law of empire. Watson, stop. This, which I thought was probably pilgrims. Pieces of that is in it. But something that I thought was like my law of empire. Oh no. Bright, maybe? Maybe not of. Maybe this is sun. Let's try that. All right, could it really be? Let's try that for now. Okay. Is this crown what Mayari wanted us to find? Is this why she sent us out here looking? Renba 2, perhaps? Mistress. I will have to tell her, mistress. I have no choice. Oh, I don't care. Go ahead and tell her. I'm a scientist, I'm not a thief. Okay, is there anything else? Can I get in here? In the bookshelf? Alright, let's see. Let's go over here and do this room. I can slip through here. Let's go through here. I'll be right back.
In the yard behind the house there were tools. Plots of earth, washing hung out to dry. It was like the owner had slipped inside for a quick rucker before they came back to chop more wood. Someone had been building a life on this miserable rock.
So we've got cloth hanging up, bone dry. We have something back here. Something hanging. To me, they look like little seashells. Flat beads. Ceramic, I'm not sure. Ancient wood. The sticks are all but petrified. You can't even rot out here, but there's something cut into it. Oh, another inscription. Okay, more language. Ooh, these look different. This is one end of a broken fragment of text. No idea. So what is this? Not a statue. Not a weather vane or a moisture hazard. Grave, maybe? The shape, the position away from the bed, sheltered. Alright. Inscriptions. Is not something with something. Let's look at the ancient crown. I'm trying to see if I work back and forth if I can get some more of these. Law of Emperor shines bright of something. The crown. Law of Empire. I like Law of Empire. I like Empire. I like that 3 lines looks like sun coming down. Shines bright. And I like that that could be sun or light or something like that. Or seen. Maybe it's and seen. Okay. No, this is of. This is of. Treasures of great value. Water goddess blesses fire. Yeah, I like that for water. Water goddess blesses fire. I like that. Death. Yeah, I like smiles. It's like shines. Like goddess shines, smiles. Death, smiles. But it but does not. But where is Smiles of Snake? And is not. Wow, I don't know. Seen Sun Field Haven? I don't know. Scratch Wall, still gotta work on it. Silver Dagger. Do we have any of this now? Might. That could be prey. Could be with or of. That could be is. No, it can't be is. It's saying this can't be is. But this could be prey, and this can be with, and this can be with. It doesn't like with. So with and is, it's pulled out with and is. But this has to be of. This is not with. So gotta find where we found with. Oh, no, go to now. Go to inscriptions. There we go. Doesn't like that. All right, what if I go back farther? Precisely written book. Yeah, I like Book of Old Knowledge. Okay. I like God's protect us. It might be God's bless us. Like we pilgrims pray. Holy water goddess, right? Holy water. Because this is like light rays and this is like water. So holy water goddess I like. That was Empress Banished Rebels. Learned Holy, Learned Emperor Brooch. Okay. Alright, let me see if I can find anything more. Because isn't there... Right? We don't know what's on this yet. Alright, we gotta find more stuff. Some more stuff. Garden beds. Something must have been able to grow here once, so I can't see how. Because there's no water. This is dry, 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 dry. Alright, I'm coming back, 6. You found a grave, mistress. I think so, but I'm not sure who's buried there. Okay. What if this door is jammed? Or if it might... Here we go, open. There's painting on the wall. Swirls and flows. These are rivers. The detail, who lived here, who drew this. These look like the rivers of Ghost's Wake. This must be where the silver piece of the blade came from, but no one goes to Ghost's Wake. Is there an inscription? It seems so. Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read. So it's a lot like crystals. Something of something. Oh, the tick mark is of. Good, we got that. So it's like bright treasures, smiles. How could this be water? Oh, the swirly part. I gotcha. Stars of home? Is this where whoever lived here came from? No one comes from Ghost's Wake. Okay, we got of. I feel like I'm missing something. I wait for you down here, mistress. I cannot climb stairs. Yeah, I know you can. Not a worry. I want to walk around and look at things, though. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there should be more. Oh, maybe it's outside. It just doesn't feel like enough. See, this is where I found that back room and I went out that way. Okay. Workbench. Whoever lived here would have needed to be self-sufficient. They would have needed water, mistress. So who is buried outside then? Whoever owned this place first, perhaps, before it was taken from them. Okay.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
You acquired 2 intriguing artifacts here. The silver piece of a blade and the crown. Also, we have located 1 new location of interest from the mural. I suggest we take the crown to Professor Mayari and directly we must inform her of her theories about Ren. But no, because there's stuff to look at still out here. I want to look at everything. Oh, there's a carving. Okay, carving. On the lintel. Okay, I called this home. This looks a lot like water, except it's got a scoop. So that looks like water. What's it? If that's death part, would it be dies? Like nothing dies? That doesn't make any sense. That's a loop blessing. They believe that everything that dies returns to the rivers to be reborn, which means that if they buried someone in the grave at the back, then they were doing something really bad. Interesting. Okay. There's an inscription here. Waters something something. Waters. Well, this is similar to water here. Maybe above? Because one I think is stars, and one I think is treasures. So high value up in the sky above. Waters. Flow above. Raise above. Waters flow. Flow. They certainly do. Did a sailor live here? Or maybe more simply, whoever lived here sailed? Sailed? You just fell off that? That's not so far, mistress. Okay, I don't want to go back to the ship. It says there's a channel here. Can I... Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Dug out. There must be a wellspring here. A feeble one. One that requires every drop to be used. Okay. They're wooden beams. You know, I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. But there can't have been many trees here to use, so the wood must have been brought in. Okay. That was where we were in the backyard, where the grave is. That's the thing that I saw before. There's an inscription on the rock, something carved into the rock. It's a phrase all run together. Water. That's the word for water. Short and simple, almost a pictogram. Yes, it is. Water something us. Dry channel. Water heals us, water joins us, water separates us, water possesses us. Water heals us. Let's try that. So we've got water. We're sure of water. There's another inscription. This one's a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. Emperors. Oh, we got die. So we've got emperors and die. Never? That's old. In, no. Demand, no. Shall or should. Emperors should die, emperors never die. Old. Death. Whatever. Never? Emperors never die? Someone wanted to live forever? Or they were very loyal to the emperor, I suppose. Okay. Stone pedestal with someone in it. She seems really familiar. It's the same as the statue on Mayarcy. It is. It's that statue we saw in the fields. Recognize her by her hat. Figurine. Should tell us something about this place. There's an inscription on it. Good, 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 good. More words, more words. End of a longer line of text. There's bless. Goddess bless. Okay, we got bless. Goddess bless. Snake. Maybe plants? About plants. The shrine itself is made of stone, but it's not the same stone as the moon itself. It's as old as the building. The outer structure certainly is, but the stone pillar is not. The buildings here are significantly older than the pillar. So how old would you say the pillar is? Mid to late Empire. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. An important ritual object. It is significantly more valuable than the goddess we found within. Is the stone from Mayarcy 2? No, definitely not. Okay, anything else to find here? Mystery, please. I love you too, but please. Thank you. Alright, there were flames up here. Yeah, you're a happy cat. You're breaking my desk by walking on it, girl. Oh, do not break my desk. Oh dear. It's a ship. I mean, it was a ship. Blackened. Presumably the ship was still burning as it fell. This was the hull. This was the hull. It must have been an explosion, mistress. Lightships don't usually explode. Janiki must have used an inadvisable propellant to travel. Oh dear. Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise. Indeed, it would be quite the opposite. Oh man. Wait, there's something over here. There's something wedged under here. It seems to have survived the fire. Please don't be an arm. Oh, gross. It's not an arm. A dented copper sextant engraved with a bird's wing design. Dated from at least the earliest days of the Empire. Another of his finds. Is this what he took from the stand on the roof? But no, it's not from this moon, and there's an inscription on the wing. One end of a fractured fragment of text. So this is stars, I think, and this is never, I think. I can add my translation for stars. I'm convinced of never. Oh, I got never. Okay, stars never. Oh, wow, okay. Stars do turn. Deceive, surrender, deceive or surrender. I'll go with deceive. Comes from the same source as the book, the one we found on the site of Renba's cache. Having this should be helpful in pinning down where these were made. Okay. It must have burned for days. Janiki. I think he's very dead, mistress. There is no hope. Janiki must have been sailing when it fell. It cannot possibly have survived. Okay. This channel comes up from the rock. So this will be the water course. Yeah. You're breathing the last air on this moon. Yeah, I think I found what I can find.
Darkness.
Why am I in the dark? 6. 6, this isn't a ship. It's cold in here. Oh, and there's 6. Where's your head? There you are. Where's your head? Mayari. Professor, is that you? There's no one here. You're quite alone. You might confess your lie quite safely? What lie? You are not what you claim. I know this, Mayari. You asked me to look, and I found so much. And who do I say I am? You say you are the highest of the high, she who knows the people, but you are nothing, I know it. Am I talking to Renba? There isn't time. I found something that matters more than your lies. Lexi, there is a great darkness, an all-consuming, hungry darkness, and it is coming. Darkness. There's an ancient place, Mayari, an observatory. It is watching. It holds the wires of our fate in its claws. An observatory. I will find it before the vault is lost. The robots know, but they don't remember. Someone long ago made certain they would not remember. Remember, how can I help you? You have my apologies, mistress? I do not understand the question. 6. Yes, mistress. I observe we are not back on the Nightingale. There must be something wrong with the hopper. I will look into it. This way, mistress. Okay. Light this way. I see where we are now, although I still don't see how we got in there. All right. Question for you. 6, do you know anything about an observatory? No, mistress. Nothing comes to mind. Why do you ask? No reason. Just a passing thought. We're not going to tell 6. Interesting. Okay. All right. We've seen enough of this. We tried to leave it a minute ago and got stuck. Time to leave. Very good, mistress. Leave the moon. Stand still, please. All right. Board the Nightingale. We should sail to Iox and tell Mayari what we've seen, and I'm sure she wants to see the crown. But just look at this thing. Oh, it's heavy. Whoever wore this had a strong neck. It is more than a simple crown, mistress. Yeah, it's a symbol. This was Iox's power, lost after the fall. To regain it would be a sign that Iox was once more the center of the nebula. More than that, Mistress, I believe the metal is a casement for a mechanism of some sort. A mechanism? What kind of mechanism? Without opening it up, I cannot tell. My friend Oroy on Elbereth might be able to help. Should be able to open it up and take a look at it safely. The occupants of Elbereth are hardly trustworthy. I'm from Elbereth. I will bear that in mind. All right. Now we've got the little figurine over here. Oh, so we're collecting things and we're putting them down in our ship. So the things that we've got. Okay, so yeah, we're kind of collecting all the different artifacts that we found and we're putting them down in our ship. Are the rivers 6? Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, and ice. Their velocity keeps them coherent. Interesting. Okay. All right, I can't go out there. All right, so let's take to the river. Let's take this crown to our friend on our home planet. Let's take the crown to Elbereth, and then we also want to go to the site for the mural, and we need at some point to go back to Iox. Let's go to Elbereth. Let's do it. We'll be a little bit defiant, and not go trotting back to. God, what's her name? Myrcy? No, that's the name of the planet. Oh, I can't remember her name right now. Sailing to Elbereth in the wires. 6. What happened to the river? I do not know, Mistress. We're barely sailing, but we are moving. The rivers are stronger here. We're in a rapid. Oh, this is nauseating. Can't see where I am. Okay. Steer left. Okay. Iox does not believe in history. What is it that they think you do? Iox believes in the loop. They believe what has happened will happen again. They think I'm out discovering the future. Well, that's an interesting theory. I'm not passing control to him because he'll take us back to where what's-her-name is. I don't want to go there. I want to go to Elbereth. Well, let's go left. The wires. Renba didn't hop her down. He landed his boat. Tried to. Or else he wasn't able to return. No, he crashed. I suspect Mr. Renba attempted to detonate himself off the surface of the moon. Either direction. We'll go left. Watson, stop puffing at me. Stop. Let's go right this time.
They say on Elbereth, if you sail too far, you'll meet yourself coming back. But I've sailed plenty far, and I still don't know who I'm supposed to be.
Okay. These are really kind of gentle rivers here. Take us up. Oh, Eagles Pass, huh? And right this time it needs to be. Set us down 6. Elbreth. I could show the crown to Arroy. Yeah, that's what I plan to do.
We landed in the dust, outside the great walls of Elbereth. No one looked up to watch us arrive. The people here only ever look down.
So this is Elbereth. I lived here for nearly 20 years. There are places in the Catcus where I know every stone. I dream these alleyways. Okay, there's the Nightingale. The harvest. Such as it is. Dried grass waiting to be taken inside. What is it for? I assume people do not eat it. Animals do. But not people. No. What is this foot over here? Good face to you. Good face. How goes things? The goddess keeps us strong, thank you. Good face to you. Let's look at these stone feet. The slums below are named after these feet. They're the oldest things here. The original statue must have been huge. No inscription or anything? Oh, we're gonna go down into the
The
slums.
smell of the slums made me feel like a child again. It hadn't been a happy time. A simple one, at least.
Interesting. Don't touch anything, mistress. These structures might topple at the slightest knock. It's all more solid than it looks. God's feet has been standing for some time. Okay, so where are we going? Where are we going? too much information here is most unpleasant. Let's go back up. But this way. Trying to find our friend Roy. Where's our friend Roy?
The heart of the God's Feet slum was Timor's bar.
Why now?
Timor had never once set foot inside the upper citadel, or so he liked to claim.
By the turning of the waters, you're back. You seem surprised. I'm always surprised. You come back to Elbereth, but happy.
He was the king of the dung heap.
And are you well? Well enough. Talk to Timor. Now then. The rules are the rules. Your friend there stays outside. I will wait as instructed, mistress. Huh, it didn't argue that time. It usually argues. It's not the same robot as last time. You lost another one? They must adore you on Iox to keep giving you these things. Or they don't like the robots. Ha. Could be, could be. You look a little tired. You sleeping at night? Of course. The tax collectors from Iox can't pick my pocket if I don't sleep. Always a joke. Always a joke. You're very good health. Should let me pay for this. You'll pay me back one day. I feel sure of that. Sip my drink.
They say rucker is made from river water, that it burns your throat with the cold of space. But it isn't true. Timor knocks it up out back in an old metal bin.
How about some good news then? I have something for you. A sword. I think it dates from the early Empire. The middle of the blade has been carved with glyphs. Ooh, okay. This is the start of a fragment of text. That looks like ancient. Flow. It's not ancient. I think flow is right. Okay, so blood will flow? Blood will flow? I think that's correct. I don't think I've seen anything of this weight before. That suggests it must come from a site that's entirely new to me. Where'd you get the sword? From one of my customers. You're not the only one who sails to strange shores, you know. Now drink up.
He liked me. I had my first taste of rucker when I was 8. I didn't pay for it that time either.
You want another Rocco? No, thank you. Another time. Okay, can we ask him, do you know where I can find Roy? Up in the Catkiss. She's moved up in the world. Is she living with someone? Hard to say. You know her, Roy. Do you ever see her? She never comes down here anymore. You two were inseparable once. I caught you stealing my rocky cask when you were too small to carry it, let alone drink any. Roy picked the lock with a hairpin. The things that girl could do if she put her mind to it. Your friend by the door there should be afraid of her. Your place is empty. There's no one here. People have to work. Well, some people. You're visiting the Catkiss today? What does that word mean, Catkiss? I'm not sure exactly. It's very old. Kiss is usually a word for a king or a leader. The laborers call the people who hire them Micus. Interesting. Okay, we've just got a hint as to spoken language, remnants of the old written language. All right. Are we done? I guess so. Can we... Do I have control of the camera now? I do. Okay. Be seeing you, Timur. Don't be a stranger. Come on, 6. I want to pay a visit to Roy. As you wish, mistress. Why do people live like this? Because they don't have a choice, my dear robot. It's called poverty. Good face to you. Far wet. How are the crops? Well enough, thank you. Walk with the goddess. Or die on Iox, I don't care. Oh dear. This is the gate to the upper citadel. Mistress, there's only solid rock behind this door. I comprehend it's a hopper. It's one of the oldest things on Elbereth. It still works amazingly. I cannot see the eye. Without a line of sight to the eye, I cannot take us inside. What is a hopper eye? The eye is the focus, mistress, nothing more. It receives and reparticulates the hopper signal. Think of it as a funnel into which the sands of your being are poured. I must assume this gate contains the hopper source. There must be a comparable gate above fitted with an eye. So who makes hoppers? Where do they come from? Where do I come from, mistress? Or the moons, or the rivers? Where does anything come from? I assume you've used the gate before. Hundreds of times. Though as children we sometimes climb down the outsides of the walls. You just say the word. What is the word, mistress? Catkiss. And remenya me something. Nothing's happening. Most impressive, mistress. Said Bwaki Refar. I said Catkiss. It isn't working. I don't understand it. Read the inscription. There are ancient symbols here. I used to trace them out when I was a girl. And it's broken off. Okay. So, right, this is pray. And okay, we got and. Pray is right. Okay, got and pray. Enter. Does enter and pray make sense? It's inviting us in, 6. Speak to the gate again. Try mercy. No. Elbereth. It's failed again. Perhaps you're not really from Elbereth after all? Okay. I'm out of ideas. It's no good. That's supposed to work. Interesting. Did I say the gate word wrong? I do not think so, mistress. The gate has simply rejected you. Why? What did I do? I have no idea, mistress. Maybe the gate didn't like something I've got with me. Interesting. I've got the silver piece of a blade. Maybe the gate doesn't like weapons. Do you want this? In. I think I'm going to get it back. Here. Well, that worked. Okay, why don't I get any prompts? If I might try, mistress. Open. And he's gone. Open. Nothing. 6. Where'd you go? Mistress. It would appear the gate is a hopper, mistress, and it is designed to allow robots to freely pass inside. Why would it do that? I have no idea, mistress. It is your moon. I've had robots before. It never opened for them. Speak to the gate again. Cadcus. That's a different response I'm getting. It's working again. We are now somewhat higher up than we were, mistress. Of course we are. We're inside the citadel. Okay, question is, there was a word that I found out was wrong. I can't remember what the word was. I think it was ancient. Ancient was wrong. So when I find ancient, ancient was wrong somewhere. Wait a minute. Star water. Nebula? Swirling scratches. Stars of home. Wooden marker. Trickle. That's new. Or flow. It's not with how is that related? Marker of lash strix is not something with something. That's not something. Okay. Okay, of is right. We, emperor. Sun. Find ancient. We're going to find ancient. Treasures of great value. Water goddess blesses. I don't know whether this is fire, but it might be fire. It looks kind of like flames coming up. Oh, this is the one that was horribly long. Of and are okay. Okay, it doesn't like with. And it doesn't like is. Okay. Man, the pets are noisy tonight. God's bless us. We pilgrims pray. water goddess. Okay. Empress banished rebels, maybe. Learned holy, learned emperor. Gave me the brooch. Holy emperor. Okay. Okay. What's Jew just updated? Stars never. Stars never surrender. Okay. Where are we going, mistress? We're gonna go find my friend, but heaven knows where she's gonna be. So let's start hunting. We'll go around to the right. I'm going to see your orphanage. No. Or's yard is this way.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen, dependable, cheap. Mistress? What is this lady selling? It's a work market. Workers? Are you surprised? This is Elbereth. It's about as far from Iox as you can go. I cannot be here, mistress. This market is for people, not machines. You are in no danger. I'm not concerned for myself. My ethical core is programmed against suffering. It does not differentiate by economic status. Mine is just the same, 6. But there's nothing we can do. I am compelled to expend a considerable number of cycles verifying that before I can simply accept it, mistress. I grew up here. I wasn't unhappy to leave. Okay. This place turns my stomach too. I might have ended up like this if it hadn't been for my army. You're lost, Farwit? Not lost. You look lost. You look longing. And you brought a Maya Meki with you, a robot here? It's not for sale. Ha. I wouldn't take your Maya Meki if you left it here in a basket. Why would I? Is there something you want? Or is this how you get business? Ha. You're fearless, aren't you? I'd like you if you weren't such a saleh hua. Don't you have a stall to run? Or is business slow today? You Ioxians. You eat the failure of others. And your kind won't be happy until one day Maya Meki can eat. You don't look underfed to me. Farwat Salehwa. His yard is this way. I will follow, mistress.
Oroi was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together. But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
Alright, there's lots of stuff on the tables to look at. Metal components. Roy's always playing around with magnets and wires and things. Wonder how business is going. The alms tray looks pretty empty. And strike the gong. Answering clatter from behind the door. What do we do now? Now we wait for Roy to finish whatever she's doing in there and come and see who we are. All right, what do you want? Oh, it's you. You seem well. I do all right. So? You here to dump another broken robot on me? I hope you could fix that robot. Sure, you made out like it was dented, not fried. What's wrong with this one? It's following me, that's what's wrong with it. Hey, 2610. Watch your back, robot. That's my advice. My role is to watch Mistress Aaliyah's back. What do you want, Aaliyah? I was having a good day.
We'd been friends. Once.
Talk to her, Roy. You heard any rumors about unknown sites? Where did I find this? On Steam. Extremely highly rated. Whatever it is you are. How's your family? Yeah, wait until you see the part that's the real puzzle part of it. All right, my son is fine. My daughter, that's another story. Yeah, what's happened to your daughter? My daughter. My daughter thinks she is in love. Is she? She's a child, Aaliyah. How old is she now? You know perfectly well how old she is. She's not old enough. Okay, ask something more. Describe the telescope stand. I found this strange telescope stand in the Cyclones. Wait, you sailed into the Cyclones? Aaliyah. Are you mad? You want to hear about a telescope stand or not? It was your sort of thing. Don't you see? Don't you use me to justify your risks. That's not the point. And it should be the point. I've lost you once to Iox. Don't want to lose you again. Let the cat cascade. How do you get all your tools and things through it? I had to give it my weapons. Yes, it does that. The best way for you to get round it? No idea. I have a Rebeski foil in my arm so it doesn't bother me. Can I get one? Are you serious? Aaliyah, they stick them in your arm. It's horrible. You don't even like Elbereth. Where'd you get it? Came with the lease on this place. Okay. Tell her about the ground. I found something incredible out there, Roy. Oh, did you? Purpose for your life, maybe. Can you keep a secret? We're standing out here in an open courtyard. Why are we standing out here discussing it in the open courtyard? Alright, fine. Now I'm intrigued. I hope you're ready for this, Arroy. Please spare me. Okay, Arroy held the crown gingerly like it was some kind of injured animal. Bless the waters. What are you? The right bulk for a basic power source. There are contacts under the rim. This is exactly what I wanted to know from her. What is this? That is exactly the question. Want me to take it apart? All right then. I'll take a look. I cannot believe you entrusted such a find to such a person in such a place. Such action is almost statistically impossible, but you did it anyway. She'll figure it out. Whatever it is. That crown is the treasure of the Empire. Yes, it is, but it's also some kind of artifact, and I want to know. No, she will not lose it. It will fascinate her as much as it fascinated us. I will let you know what I find. Okay, so you have the foil in your arm. It's not deep, and it's only a small one. Nothing much, just enough for the gate to recognize you. Alright, how do we get one of those? Alright, look after the crown. Don't let it out of your sight. How many robots have you lost now? Alright, stop talking. Take care of yourself. Alright, we're good. Leave this yard. Give me a few days to dig in. I promise I won't scratch it. Okay. Do you think Mr. Soroy can be trusted? I think so. I hope so. I hope my Ari will agree. I don't like how the robot's going boo, 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 boo over the cobblestones. The jitter bothers me. A little more to do yet. Okay, so 2610, if you're still there, this is the meat of it. Is that there's this unknown language, and your job is to try to figure out words. And gradually you work out the language. That's the puzzle part. Well, on this some will be. Well, you're on this adventure and you're trying to discover artifacts and hunt down this person who went missing and other stuff like that. Okay. Yes. Is there something wrong with the gate? Okay, I've got a cat between me and my inscription. Nope, nothing wrong with the gate. It's as temperamental as ever. Tread softly. Okay, I can get to Toppy's this way. Who's Toppy? And I don't remember why. Leo, can you please calm down?
The cat kiss is like a maze. But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways.
So it's a wonderful puzzle game, sort of text-based, sort of mystery, and you have to play as a female character. You don't get a choice about who you're going to be. You play this character. But I'm really enjoying it so far. The trying to figure out the language.
My way to Tappy's in the dark.
You're kind of like a space archaeologist. Alright, so we're finding... Where's Toppy's? On safety. Toppy's place isn't big, but inside it's a treasure trove. Hold it. Welcome back to Elbreth Moonflower. Give it back, Toppy. Whatever it is you just took. I confess I only really saw the robot. But friends, you know, are friends. To have your no doubt precious brooch back. Mistress, do not trust this man. A bit late for a warning, 6. 12 years too late. I already don't trust him. Robot's called 6 for a reason. They'll come in out of the gold. I will wait here suspiciously.
Was a little museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
So good to see you back on Elbreth, Aaliyah. The rivers above grow dull when you're not.
And at the centre of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
Have you heard any rumors of sights? Could use a find. You know, I did hear something. Something out in the fields. What kind of a something? Something sent one of the field workers flying through the air. That is what they say. Was the man hurt? Oh, I should think so. He was taken straight back to the market, though. Didn't earn another scrap. Some jobs you can do with a broken arm, but you're no good for plowing. Laborers from the market? That's right. Whatever's out there, I take a look myself, but I tend to attract attention when I go for walks outside the walls. But no one's going to trouble you. I'm from Elbreth. People from Elbreth don't have robot servants, my sweet. Be careful you don't get zapped yourself, of course. I tend not to attack my finds with scythes. No, it's not 6th Sense. You've got to play the game. You'll enjoy it. Okay, I want to show you an artifact. The dented sextant. It's a dented copper sextant engraved with a bird's wing design, dated from at least the earliest Empire period. I know you like devices. It's a little damaged. Still interesting. I might be able to make you an offer. Yellowing scroll covered in precise characters. There's a printed message on it. This one is several words. And knowledge. I think knowledge must be right. Ooh, we got knowledge. Journal knowledge and song. Presumably there used to be more than that. This comes from the same place as the silver piece of a blade, the one I discovered on the Cyclone's Eye moon. It should make its location easier to find. So you've inspected the goods, the scroll for your dented copper sextant. Should we agree to the trade or not trade? Yeah, might as well. You have a deal. How about anything else I can trade? Can I trade him anything? A few more items you might be interested in. Hold on to it. I'm all out. Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay. Man must have his secrets. Okay, so we're good. See you later, Toppy. Yeah, can you hear Leo in the background? I'm sorry, 2610. That's Leo. You are in one piece. You still have all your teeth. We have one new artifact to trace. Shall we leave now? Yeah, let's get out of here. Oh no, don't leave. Forget. We gotta go to the fields. Wait, no. We have to go to the fields and find out what that thing was in the fields that he told us about. Back to the fields. Waste receptacles flush outward. I've got one who's kind of lying halfway across my keyboard and halfway across my lap, and another one who's prowling around making lots of loud meows. Right. Can I, please, go towards the fields? Where's the fields? The fields. This is the fields, right? There was something unusual that they found in the fields. So let's go around the fields. I missed what he said. That's gonna block me. Let's go this way. What exactly is a cat kiss? I don't really know. It's the name of the inner citadel, but I'm not sure what it means. Okay, so where is this thing that hurt the worker? Alright, there's a ramp right there. How do we get to it? Must have all been very fine once. There's something under here. River chart. Oh, alright. Okay, got another one. Used the wrong words. It's not empresses. So maybe it's laws of something shall. Okay. Something of something. Emperor, empire, law. Peace, palace, source, or strong. Of. Law will surrender. Palace of soldiers. Cool, we got a new site out of this. A name for Iox, perhaps? The military heart of the nebula. Before the loop, temple was established and it became a religious empire. Not that Mayari would ever believe such a thing. Found a river chart. This comes from the same site as the sword we found here earlier. Sword we found here earlier? What sword we found here earlier? We didn't find a sword here earlier. How am I going to get to that ramp? Okay, you can position it, but he also wants to have you do it. Reply. There's lots of little things. Composition of the material. Different minerals prevail in different parts of the nebula. Also the workmanship, carvings, brush strokes, little things like fingerprints if you know what you're looking for. I don't want to head to the ship, but I want to go. I want to get. How do I get there? This thing in the fields that somebody found. Right, have we gone everywhere we can go here? I think I may have. The thing is, I can see a path and a ramp over there, and I just can't get to it. And it's frustrating the heck out of me. Good faith to you, Ioxian. I'm told a laborer hurt themselves in the field. Struck something underground. Laborers hurt themselves all the time. Too much rock usually. You'd have to ask at the market. My advice is leave this place before someone tries to eat you. So we haven't found this sword piece. It's the thing that the guy hurt himself on. But we know it's a sword piece because we said something about it matching, a sword piece matching this scroll piece that we just found. So I think we have to go back to the market and talk to that nasty woman again. We'll go back to the market, see if we can talk to that woman again. Was the labor market, I think the labor market was here. Watson, get down, please, dear. Thank you, dear. You're a good dog. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. All right. The labor market. I'll never get used to that. The labor market was, well, come on, turn and go. There we go. Was it here? No, here. Yes, you have. You just were here a minute ago. We were here a moment ago. We went past the labor market, but apparently we were supposed to get a sword fragment from somebody and we didn't do it. So let's see if we can do it this time. Is one injured? Keep talking to her. Okay. Heard one of your laborers was injured. Accidents happen. Nothing wrong with my stock. How did it happen? Carelessness, and I'm never hiring to an Ioxian again. Your kind doesn't show respect. And the Ioxian are hired workers from you? I broke one of them. Is the worker all right? Does it matter? Okay, whatever you need a hand for. You want to talk to the injured worker. You want to hire one of my stock? I just want to talk to him. Then you can pay a fair rate. She doesn't care what it's for. Just don't break his leg. I won't break anything. Watson, get down. That's a promise. I'm not an Ioxian. Of course you are. You've got a Mayameki trailing your heels. Alright, what's the laborer's name? Your Ioxian friend Renba shattered my man's arm bone into 100 little bits. The bits are swimming around inside his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like his leather, you're the last chance he's got to earn himself a meal, so pay your dues. Name, price. We've got the eagle wing brooch. That's too much to ask. The goods are worthless to you, but not to you. Your price is too high. Maybe we can trade. Can we find something that's not the eagle wing brooch? The eagle wing brooch is too expensive. No, don't trade. That's really expensive stuff. And she won't take that shell necklace we've got. Eagle wing brooch is expensive. Alright. Well, we know we can come back here if we have lots and lots and lots of money or something good to trade with her, but I want that other base. Yep. Leads him on. Alright, so we've got new leads on a new site. Aboard the night, okay, we should sail to Iox and tell Myari what we've seen. We probably should, and we've got leads on multiple sites, so we might as well go tell her what we've seen. Look at that inscription I found. What was this? Palace of Soldiers. Okay. Isn't there one that we don't have any pieces to? No, it isn't this one. I may not be able to find it again. Okay, that's Emperors Never Die. I wish when we've got them done, maybe that's why this one's yellow. No, it isn't. It should change color when we know it, for sure. Yeah, I don't know whether that's the right word. There's one that's really long. There's one we don't have anything for. Let's see. Yeah, that one I'm okay with for now. Which is one of the other really long ones. This is one of the long ones. Scratched wall. It doesn't like is. So this is one word, and this is another word. So all and none, is and is not, does and does not. Were and were not, weren't. So this is for, begin, or were. Is for, begin, were. Because I think the X means not, like undo. I think it's is and is not. Yeah. Okay. But it doesn't like is. I don't think I have enough. Yeah. Don't have enough. Piece from a silver dagger. That's one of the ones I don't have enough of. All right. All right, time to move on. So the site from the mural, we have Iox, and we have this area way up here called Vernunki. And the pre-Empire site. Let's go to Iox. All right. All right, let's see where randomly we go. We went left. I just didn't push any keys. I wish to submit a request, mistress. Oh, backspace? Mr. Turning? Okay, I missed a turning. What request? Never return to Elbreth, but we have to go back and get the crown. Can't promise we won't go back. Alright, here, have control of the ship. Maybe that'll make us go fast. Yep. It's like that instead of actually doing the sailing yourself, it's like the fast travel. Okay, tell the professor what happened to Renba. Alright, what do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. Think it's worth the time it took to make? And there are people on Elbreth who don't eat? Are your own exploits worth the time they take? Should we not be making history rather than reviewing it? If you don't know history, you can't understand people. They starve them or oppress them, but you won't understand them. Let's go upstairs. I went outside the university grounds. So it's exploring. This is a very beautiful moon. You could tell it was once lush and fertile. There must have been huge forests, lakes, and rivers. They're all but dry now. How does that happen to a moon? I don't know. I suppose they cut down all the trees to make chairs. Or ships. Aaliyah, you're back. But I don't know if I want to ask what you found. Maybe you don't. It's not good news. I'm not a child. Tell me what you saw. Found a crystal. Renda found it first and left it on Mercy for you. The same crystal is in that brooch. And where is he now? He's dead. His ship blew up as he tried to leave an off-river moon. Interesting, you're certain? The sixth answer. You're quite certain, Professor. Did you go anywhere except Mayor Celia? We followed his trail. That's how we found his ship. It will be in my full report, Professor, but Renpa appeared to be investigating a ruined moon off-river, and you followed him. What did you find there? Renpa left us a message. Mistress? Go on. The hopper malfunctioned. And I almost was stuck in a grave. Frightful for you. I assume 6 did not rescue until you were rescued. The situation was not unduly dramatic, Professor. Well, I'm glad you're in one piece after all the same. Someone had lived out there once. We found a ruined building. Nothing more. You think we missed something? No. No, most likely not. Although perhaps Renba found something and it shared his fate. Professor, I fear Mrs. Lee is not being entirely honest. There was a crown. But I don't have it on me. I'm afraid Mrs. Celia passed on our most precious find, a crown to blah 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 blah. Didn't sell it. My friend's a mechanist. She's just looking at it. She's going to bring it back to me. Go and fetch it. I look forward to seeing it. Off you go. Ooh, nasty, nasty. One last thing, Aaliyah. Tell me honestly. How are you finding your new companion? Are you working well together? Why do you ask? Robots are valuable things, Aaliyah. I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. I hope that's clear. Yeah, it's clear.
I didn't exactly lie to Mayari about what I'd found. But I didn't tell her the whole truth either.
That's because the robot warned me off of it. Alright, let's wander around down here and see if there's anything down here we haven't seen that we should see. You always detest their mothers. I know, I get along pretty well with mine. She gives me room to be me. Makes it relatively easy to be me. I don't think we're going to find any artifacts wandering around here. I was kind of wondering if we're going to run into Huang again. Doesn't look like it. And the lag when you try to turn a corner is pretty profound. All right. All right, let's go to the site from the mural. You really dug out a wall in Iox. I believe it was removed from a wall. The exact events are hazy. Look at this. Oh, there's an inscription. Hello. It was worth wandering around. There's an inscription here. That isn't the word for bless. So what does it say? Something Emperor. Protect? People. Strong Emperor protect people? An Empire period work then, maybe? Did you know it's the oldest thing on Iox? Or so they say. Just get off the rock. This way, mistress. Oh, I'm glad we wandered around. We found another one. Aboard the Nightingale. Alright, so it's about 7 o'clock here, and I'm thinking I've done almost 4 hours, so I think this is actually a good place to stop. It's right here aboard the Nightingale. So I have reached a point in my playthrough of The Witness where I need to like think on things for a couple days. So I think for tomorrow I'll continue this during my daytime playthrough. And then on the weekend, I'll take time off, and on Monday, I'll come back to Witness. Because I need a little time to work on some of the puzzles that I'm finding really, really hard. Because I got to the point today where I was just like, oh my god, I cannot wrap my brain around another puzzle. It's just too much. Because I have blasted through chunks of it this week. But it's time to take a break. So this is going at a nice pace. I'm nicely into it. I think this would be a good thing to continue to work on tomorrow. And it looks like there's still a good bit to do. So I'll play this again tomorrow, and if by any crazy stretch of the imagination I get done with it, I'll start my Myst playthrough. Alright, so that's the plan for tomorrow. Thank you. I can see there's 2 of you out there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all well. And let me just take a look and see if there's anybody who's on. Give me just a second. And that I should raid. Yeah, Spiky's on. So we will raid Spiky. So that's what we're going to do. And he's doing his playthrough of the Talos Principle. So we'll go raid Spiky, and I'll see you again sometime soon, like tomorrow. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.
Hey Marty, how's it going? Thank you for the raid. So, if I could get this thing turned on and put a red laser on top of it, even then, would that be helpful? It would be a lot closer to that thing over there. Just don't know how high up it would go. Let's at least see how high up it goes.